This girl face so pretty, I can only think about missionary.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Thunderdome for some more NM Sports action. I'm Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. We're here. I said NM Sports action. I should have said Thunderbolt action here on the NM Sports Network. There we go. I think that sounds a little bit better. I'm Andy Horton, like I said, alongside Alex Patton, who will be joining us here in a little bit on the mic. He is working on some graphics, getting things going. But in tonight's matchup, we have the Northmont Thunderbolts and the Vandalia Aviators, excuse me, the Butler Aviators. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. But I don't exactly know what we call this rivalry. The Battle of Vandalia, the Battle of Inglewood, or I'm not 100% sure, but these two schools are separated by, I think it's like, what, 4 miles, 5 miles, something like that? Not too far. This should be a good matchup tonight. We're going to go ahead and do some, pay the bills real quick, do some sponsorships. Huge shout out there to the Co-Ed Credit Union, one good reason after another to rock with us here on the NM Sports Network and the Co-Ed Credit Union. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring us here this season. 937-222-8971 if you guys are trying to get a hold of them. Thank you guys once again for sponsoring us. We're also going to go ahead and give a huge shout out to our guys over at Bluebird Construction. Bluebird is a local construction company here in the Ohio area. Go ahead and hit them up as well. Look up bluebirdohio.com to go ahead and find out more about them. We're going to do one more maybe real quick before we hand things over to the PA announcer. Shout out to our man, Michael Blanton over at Express It, 937-369-0222. Express It is a local apparel company founded here in the Dayton area. They do sports apparel, and they've done pregame uniforms for all sorts of different high schools, teams throughout the Dayton area, and they're starting to spread out across the country, do all sorts of big things. So huge shout out to my man, Michael Blanton, for sponsoring us this season. So we're going to go ahead and hand it over to the PA announcers to get us the starting lineups and the national anthem. And we'll be right back after that here on the NM Sports Network. Oh, because we got that one, we should go here and flip over there when they flip there. Because when they do our next lineups, we can come over here now.
Yeah, then do that. Yeah.
I know.
But I think they might be doing the national anthem.
Do they?
I don't know. I can't remember which one's first. Either way, we'll flip it.
Since we got the
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of Northmont High School, we would like to welcome you to the Thunderdome for today's contest featuring our guest, Butler High School. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you.
Exactly the hoops.
The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Greater Western Ohio Conference. Tonight's officials are Mark Muller and Chick Lovewood. To honor our country and the freedom that the stars and stripes represent, please stand and remove your hats and join us in the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Now, let's meet our guests. Number 1, Kennedy Krause. Number 2, Ava Stuker. Number 3, Gabby Hollow. Number 4, Layla Neely. Number 5, Riley Nick. Number 6, Ava Bradley. Number 7, Hallie Berry. Number 8, Lydia Williams. Number 9, Addison Caldwell. Number 10, Alexa Deesinger. Number 11, Nora Stanton. Number 12, Sophia Hugenberger. Number 13, Catherine Rosson. Number 14, Addison Davey. Number 15, Riley Ward. Number 17, Alex Booz. And number 18, Emma Davis. Led by coaches Lindsay Cease, Christy Franz, and Grace Marshall.
You're good.
And now our home team. Number 1, Haley Hill. Number 2, Maddie Hall. Number 3, Miley Cassidy. Number 4, Faye Osborne. Number 5, Samantha Ruddle. Number 6, Riley Hardwick. Number 7, Calista Coons. Number 8, Brianna Abel. Number 9, Jaden Johnson. Number 10, Megan Roper. Number 11, Lena Petrova. Number 12, Keziah Daniel. Number 14, Jenna Hall. And number 28, Tiana Godfrey. Led by coaches Matthew Bridenbaugh, Paige Bursall, Kalina Trevina, and Ujo Harja.
Probably will.
But here we are, boys and girls.
Because they're actually live in Vandalia. We're in Clayton.
You know what? The Battle of Clayton? Whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
Regardless, I think we're going to have fun tonight here on the NM Sports Network. I'm Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. We're getting ready to start things off here between the Butler Aviators and your Northmont Thunderbolts.
Surprisingly, I mean, not surprising. We didn't really know, but Butler's undefeated, 7-0, but they've only played conference teams in the MVL so far this year. It's their first test outside of the conference, so we'll see if Northmont can put it on them here tonight.
That's definitely a little odd. You go this deep into the season without hitting your out-of-conference schedule. That'll be, I might have to look into that as we get later into this game, just because it's not normal.
Yeah, because usually you start off with some out-of-conference games, and then you get into it.
I mean, I'm not a Buckeye fan, but I think everyone knows first 2 games they played, Texas, that's SEC. Grambling, I'm sorry, I don't know what conference they're in, but it is certainly not the Big Ten.
They are actually, if you want to know this, they are very close in talent when it comes to production and competitiveness.
They're like D2, right?
They're really good at
D2.
They're really good at what they do.
Yeah,
Grambling is.
Yeah. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to hate on Grambling.
Let me finish. They both got really good bands.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, the coach said that himself.
Is it the best? Is it the best in the whole dang land?
Hey, these HBCUs though. All right.
So here we go. Starting it off for us. Butler is going to get us started. There you go. That one's going to be outside of the line, I believe. Yeah, Butler is going to get on the board first. That was Johnson. Jaden Johnson there along the front line. That one was a little off target and goes out of bounds. Here we go. Our libero gets hold of things for a moment. Gets it over now to the Aviators. A dive there on the floor. Abels is going to be able to throw this one over. There's no one along the back line, and we're evened up at 1. The closest Aviator was Nora Stanman.
Northmont coming in on the season 4-4.
Got off to a really fast start, 3-0 out of conference, and then have kind of gone on a little bit of a slide. That time the Aviators will score. Haley Hill not quite quick enough that time. And this is an interesting little wrinkle, as we have a new libero out there for the T-Bolts, and the green jersey, the off-color jersey this time, it is Megan Roper. The whole season leading up to this, it's been Haley Hill. So a little lineup adjustment.
Is that a foot?
It was a foot. Is that legal?
Yes, it is.
Well,
It is legal.
I had no clue. The whistle came so late. Our Bolts are down 3-0 to start us off. That's not
3-1.
a good start. Yeah, excuse me. I slipped up right there. 3-1.
No, you're good.
That one goes wide for the Aviators. That one was number 17, Alex Bose. She is going to check out for the girls in purple. And you see our new camera angle that we got hooked up this time around. Really like that setup. You can see things from the back line, and you can see Jenna Hall stepping into the serve.
Oh, it's the net.
And it goes right into the net, but hey, we got a new angle there. I like it. You're gonna have another substitution. The Aviators making some quick moves in and out.
Slowly being able to bring you more and more on the Adams Sports Network as we kind of understand what we're doing.
Alexis Deisinger back behind the line to serve things off. Hall sends it up in the air for the Bolts. Now getting it over. That one is deep, a little too deep. That one right there is Riley Harwick, who sent it over with just a little bit too much power, looping over the back line and out of play. Back to serve. Deisinger again. Handled by Roper up in the air. Now with the powerful kill attempt was Johnson. The back tap by the Aviators gets it over. The fake out by Johnson. Soft tap over there by Harwick. Kept alive now by the Aviators. Hall. Abels keeps it going. The push shot by Roper. This is a really nice volley going. Handled this time by Roper. Pushed up in the air by Abels. Strong this time by Hall, and a little too strong. 7-2 or 6-2. I'm sorry, I was a little off that time. The Bolts trailing here early in the first set. Deisinger at it again. Dug out there by Roper. Blocked back by That was Kuntz, and then she got it into the little hole there in the middle of the defense. You found a diving, or there was a diving aviator there that may have been Ava Suture.
You can see this one. Oh, that was the most recent one. Apologize.
That may have been Ava Suture, the one that was able to keep it alive, but nothing good came out of it for the Aviators. And right there, that was Miley Cassidy, number 3, kind of doing the splits, trying to keep that one alive for Northmont. They haven't been able to get on a roll here yet. Let's see if they can get things started now. The serve handled by Roper. Back tap there by Abels. Sent over and now handled by Dysinger. Hall keeps it going. Nice job by Abels back tapping it to Harwick. That one would have gone right into the net. Up into the air now by, that was Hall, and then Johnson, I believe, came into, no, Johnson, she's not on the floor.
That looks like Daniel. Is that maybe Daniel?
Number 12, yes.
Look at me.
It's
only because
thank you with the assist.
It's only because I've done a couple of games and I had to announce when you weren't here. So I'm getting to understand some of these faces.
Diving to the floor that time. That was number 6 for the Aviators, Ava Bradley, the junior, or maybe number 5, I'm sorry. I mixed those two up. Make it Riley Mick. Not quick enough that time as he Bolts pull within 2, handled there by the libero, diving into the net, and they're not going to be able to get anything to go there, as that would have been a 4 hit. The Bolts pull within 1. Back behind the line, Maddie Hoff to serve.
Strong.
It's handled by the Aviators. The soft tapper, Abels up in the air. Hoff now back over by Abels. Abels diving, saved there by Mick. The back tap by the libero. That was Neely up in the air now. Kuntz off the shoulder of the defender. I believe that was Alexa Dysinger, who it goes awry off of and out of bounds. Check it out here on the NM Sports Network. And yeah, she might have gotten a haircut that time. Neely up in the air. The attack there. Good wall made by the Bolts. Kuntz back on the attack. She's able to keep it alive, coming right back against the wall. And they're going to say a double hit by
Daniel.
Off of Daniels. Okay. Back to serve now. The libero, Neely, scooped up there by Hoff through the wall. That one was met at the apex between 2 opposing players. Diving, that one was Roper, not quite quick enough. And it looked like Daniels and number 17, Alex Bowes, both hit the ball at the same time there. Like right over the net in the middle of that last sequence. 10-7, the Bolts now trail the Aviators. Neely with the serve, handled by Hoff. The quick little throw over by Abels, up high in the air by Dysinger. Abels sets it up again, the soft tap, and good location there by Kuntz, gets it right past the defenders. I think the wall kind of set up towards the middle, and she pushes it out towards the out of bounds line, and there was nobody there. Hill checks back in, and she is going to serve this one up. This one goes right into the net. It was a good setup attempt there by the Aviators, but Bowes sends it in, well, to the net. So that just a second ago. Here we go. Hill gets it over this time. Pushed up in the air. Now, Roper not going to be able to handle that one. It goes Orion out of play.
Surprisingly, we haven't seen too much of Jaden Johnson so far this
A very good observation. She has played a lot less than what we're used to seeing. She's normally kind of anchoring down the middle there. Daniels. And actually, she's the one who's really picking up the playing time. Hall gets it back over, and it's going to go off of an aviator and land in for the T-Bolts. 11-10. Yeah, Daniels picked up a lot of playing time because of that. And well, so is also Megan Roper, having a little bit of a youth movement here tonight.
I think Coach Linebaugh is getting everybody involved.
The push over there by Bose. Now Abel's handling it. Hall, she's just been a little off the mark here tonight. She hasn't been able to reel that one in 100%, and she's gotten some good opportunities, but she's not landing them right now. Handled there by Hill. Roper over to Hall. Nearly got that one to go down. It's still going. Abel's up in the air. Hall now able to connect that time. The T-Bolt strikes. And love to see that by Jenna Hall. She's a very impactful player for this Thunderbolt team, and when she's playing at her best, this team is able to run on another level.
Yep.
Serve there by Abels. Hill now hanging on to that one. The push over by Hall. Bose. Now Neely the libero. Roper not quite quick enough. That one's going to land, and we're actually, here in a little bit, we're going to be joined by Jenna Hall's mom, Miss Ann Hall. So she's going to be joining me here on the mic. It'll be fun. It'll be a little bit of an education for Alex and I, because though I love this game of volleyball, make that Harwick is going to be able to score that one for the Bolts. They draw within 1, 13-12. Now Kuntz will check back in. Hill will check out. Though I do love doing the game of volleyball, it's so much more exciting than what I would have ever expected. I still don't know a ton about it, so she will be teaching me some lessons, and we'll be having some fun here in the second set.
Should be a great time, as we planned this out a couple of weeks ago, and Miss Hall came up here today ready to talk to you guys.
It should be a lot of fun. This one's too strong by none other than her daughter, Jenna Hall. T-Bolts had just tied it up, so now trailing by 1 again. 14-13. It's been a very competitive set.
Yeah, Northmont's fought their way back after being down by a little bit, by a decent amount in this first set early.
Dysinger serving, handled by Roper, up in the air now by Abels. The soft tap, and they're going to say it was a double hit, maybe?
I don't know. We got the ball.
I think that's what the
I don't know what that
call
two
was.
is. This is probably the reason why.
That's exactly why we need her.
Yes,
so.
and we need her now. We have no idea what that was.
So, but the T-Bolts are able to tie it back up. Dysinger is able to keep things going. That lands just out of bounds.
That kind of looked like the Centerville one that ended the first set for the Bolts, when the Bolts should have gotten that one on the line. But neither.
Beaver
That's
Creek.
neither.
Beaver
No,
Creek.
Centerville. Oh no, was it Beaver Creek?
It was Beaver Creek. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because then I hate to bring this back up after the serve goes awry for, that was Miley Cassidy. She will check out now. And Jaden Johnson. Oh no, Jaden Johnson will also check out. I hate to bring it back up, but then it kind of felt like after that, all of the air got let out of the tires of the T-Bolts, and they couldn't catch back up to Beaver Creek. And that's just how it felt the rest of the night, sadly. Nice job by Harwick, able to keep things going, and then she pushes Roper back into position, kind of playing pinball with her teammate. Nearly another block there by Daniels along the front lines. It'll crash in, and the Bolts will go back down by 1. Nora Stammen, one who's going to pick up the kill there. Sent over this time by Guggen Biller. Soft tap there by the Aviators. Good block by Daniels, kept alive now. And a good job there by Ava Sucher, finding the hole in the defense, the little circle that tends to appear from time to time. Is able to score that. The Aviators go back up 2, make it 17-15 over our T-Bolts. All right, we got another highlight we're going to go ahead and show you here on the NM Sports Network. There you go. You see great play there defensively. You see Roper then able to keep things going.
And then a nice kill by Jenna Hall, able to get that one to go on that end.
I'll tell you what, you got to love all the hustle and effort that we're seeing out here tonight by both ends. We've seen a handful of extended volleys and rallies.
Yeah, and then you'll take it on this end to see exactly how it looks on this end from Jenna Hall. Nice kill, nice get up. Able to spike that ball and hit the floor for.
Gets dialed in there from the left side of the court. Now back behind the serve line, the Aviators, handled by Hall. Over to Daniels, sends it back to the back line. Guggenbiller.
She ran into the, are you allowed to run into the net?
It happens from time to time. Blocked right back at Harwick. Abel's keeping it going. Roper to the back line. The setup by Dysinger off the net. Harwick now. Coons tries to put it down just inside the line. She's just a tad inaccurate. It falls outside. The Aviators go back up 3. Back to serve now. Guggenbiller for the Aviators. Abel's keeping it going. Harwick high up into the air. Dysinger with the set and got a little exciting, too excited right there. Riley Ward puts that one in the stands. T-Bolts get the serve back. Substitution, Hoff is going to check in for Harwick. She will go back to serve. Controlled by Stammen. And then, as I was looking at my roster, it looks like the T-Bolt scored, pulled it to within 1. Hoff back to set us up again. On the move. Dysinger able to keep that one going after the wild pass by our teammate, Daniels. Dysinger, the good set. Hall. And I think it was maybe a rotation violation. I'm not 100% sure. I saw like 7 fingers held up. I don't know what that means.
And Coach Linenbaugh doesn't really understand either. So if he's clueless, we're good.
Neely serving now into the net. Gives it right back to the T-Bolts, and they draw back within 1.
19.
Coons checks out, and
It should be
Hill checks back
19-18. Butler's on top. Score's not changing. We'll be able to figure that out here in a second for you.
Hill with the serve, sends it deep. Oh, and a miscommunication there. Haley Hill probably should have let it go. Instead, she tries to keep it alive, and Maddie Hoff is made to pay for it. Kind of takes that one in the face. Aviators lead by 2, 20-18. Back to serve for Butler is Holub. Little miscommunication there. The Bolt's able to keep it going. Hall goes out of bounds, and right there, you just gotta talk there on the defensive end as Roper and Hoff were both trying to handle the same ball. The serve now, Roper is able to handle it. The quick throw over by Abels. Neely keeping it going for the Aviators. The quick strike, not going to be successful. Now the setup, Abels. Hall gets it over. Off the hands of one of the Bolts. Hall makes the defender dive to the floor. It's going to go over the net, and quickly Daniels returns it. Right place, right time, and great athleticism by the youngin. Oh, shoot, it says she's a 12th grader. Where was she last year? Didn't really ever get to talk about Keziah Daniels last year, but she has been a topic of conversation this season. Off the net, Abel sets it up, and off the mark is Jaden Johnson. That's one that she doesn't miss on often, and she does this time, 22-19. Our Bolts trailing, trying to make a comeback here in set number 1. Back behind the line, Stammen, off the setup. Johnson, she doesn't make that mistake twice in a row, and she just showed you. Making things happen with authority, Jaden Johnson.
Definitely see what she was about to do. She powered up like she was going to do a triple long jump, and then got up off the springs like she was about to dunk it and spiked it right to the ground. That's what she does.
And maybe hit a home run, a triple, I don't know, because volleyball is her other, softball is her other sport, and she's great at that for sure. Here we go. Hoff gets it over. Neely, the setup, soft tap there by Guggenbiller. Hall now trying to kill it, and she does. Layla Neely diving, but not quick enough to be able to make the play. T-Bolts trail by 1, closing in on set number 1. The set by Abels. I think right there that Holub was trying to do a back tap like we see Brianna Abels do often, and she didn't get enough on that. And then she wasn't able to get out of the way for her teammate, Alex Bowes, and the T-Bolts are able to tie it up. Since we got a quick moment, we're going to go ahead and do a sponsor shout out, because we haven't gotten to talk about the alumni tournament yet this season, or yet here on this game. The alumni tournament, if you guys have watched the TBT, I hope you have. It's a heck of a lot like that. That has to do with the college that different basketball players played for. They build alumni teams and they compete for money. We're doing the same thing, but we're doing it based on the high school that you went to. Here in Ohio, there's going to be 8 different regions across the state, 8 teams per region, $50,000 the grand prize for all, and it should be a heck ton of fun. That is going to be August 2026, so guys, watch out for more news about that. There is a Dayton region. Northmont is not currently one of the teams. They're a second level invite, so if we got any teams that don't jump on the bandwagon, then Northmont has a chance to put their hat in the ring. But back to game action, a couple opponents meeting at the apex. We're still going. Holub, that one's handled by Abels. Hill up into the air. Harwick, it got blocked.
Nice save by Johnson.
Yeah, able to keep things going. The diving save by Neely. She throws it over and keeps it alive. Roper over to Harwick, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. The point goes to the Bolts, and they have their first lead since very early in this one. I mean, if not their first lead of the match.
But it's the best spot to get the lead and keep the lead right here.
Closing in 23-22. Abels with another serve. Hole up the setup for Bowes. Abels controls it. Hall was blocked, and she's able to keep it alive. Send it right back over the net. This one's blocked, but it's going to land in for the Aviators. That was number 13, Catherine Rawson. He's able to score the point. Alex Bowes back to serve now for the Aviators, tied up at 23. The setup, Johnson trying to kill. It's going to go off the wall and out of bounds. That's exactly what the Thunderbolts were trying to draw up, and the Jaden Johnson effect is starting to take hold here late in the first
set.
There you go.
Speaking of set, Matt, set point for your Thunderbolts.
Hall serving. They're going to get this one over. Diving to the floor is Kuntz. She's not quite quick enough that time. 24 all. We're tied up again. Substitutions for the Aviators as Dysinger will come in to serve. And we're off. The student section getting a little louder. Maybe that is the JV team, but regardless, Kuntz tries to score this one. It's going to be blocked and falls on the Northmont side. The Aviators take a 1-point lead, looking to take set number 1. Here on the NM Sports Network, we got a timeout for the T-Bolts, 25-24. We're going to go ahead and shout out our friends over at the Co-Ed Credit Union. One good reason after another to be rocking with them all season long and be rocking with us all season long. Thank you guys for the sponsorship. Like I said, one good reason after another. 937-222-8971 if you guys are trying to do business with Co-Ed Credit Union like we are. I appreciate you guys for being here, helping us pay the bills. We're coming here out of the timeout. Dysinger back to serve. Going to be handled by Roper. Hall pushes it forward to Kuntz. He's going to get it behind the defense. Now it's over to Guggenbiller. The setup by Abels. Diving to the floor was the libero, not quick enough. And I wasn't sure if that one scored or not as the Aviators kind of kept going. Northmont, they immediately stopped. Back tied up at 25. Back to serve is, I think that's Hoff. Or no, that's Cassidy. Blocked at the front line by Daniels. Up in the air now by Williams for the Aviators. Sent over. Hall. Abels. Harwick too strong, and it's going to be outside the back corner. The lead goes back to the Aviators. A team here in town that looks a lot like the Lakers in their gold and purple. Back to serve now. It's Rawson. Gets this one off. It's kind of a soft serve. High set by Abels. Powerful delivery there by, I think it was Kuntz. And I think it was Neely who's going to end it. The first set is going to end 27-25. Northmont going to come up a little bit short. Made a really strong comeback there towards the end. We're going to go ahead and do a quick commercial break here between sets on the NM Sports Network.
Michael, owner of Expressive Athletics, and I just want to give y'all a quick recap of 2024. 2024 was an exciting year for us. We were able to partner with the largest school district in our area, resulting in 7 schools wearing Expressive Athletic apparel. With the help of our supporters, we've expanded out of Dayton into other markets such as Chicago, Atlanta, and Houston. We've created apparel for an entire school program, started from 6th grade all the way up to 12th. Plus, we've created designs for AAU, adult leagues, marching bands, drill teams, and our first local youth baseball league. Now, our plans for 2025 is to capitalize from 2024 and more. Not only do we want to see you all in Expressive gear, but we want to continue to positively impact the youth and invest in our community. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can visit our website at www.expithathletics.store. Contact us via email, that's sales@expressiveathletics.store, or give us a call at 937-369-0222. As we carry on our momentum in 2025, we want to continue to live, learn, and grow.
All right, and welcome back in here on the NM Sportsnet. Oh, all right, I am Andy Horton alongside Miss Ann Hall here for the first time, making her very first appearance with us. We've gotten to know her over the last year and a half or so because, well, she's Jenna Hall's mom, and she comes out to most of the games, and she's a supporter, and so we very much appreciate her. So I told the people earlier that you're probably going to be giving me some lessons because I love the sport of volleyball. This is a ton of fun, but I just I don't know. I'm a little lacking on the rules sometimes. Our T-Bolts were not able to be successful in the first set. It was a close one back and forth. This time we started off the serve. Abels. Now she's going to be able to handle that one. Roper gets it over to Harwick. The soft tap. That one up in the air by Neely. It's going to be sent back over. Stamen was blocked. Now Neely setting it right back up. Hall is going to handle that one. It's sent into the net and blocked by, or not into the net, but that one was blocked by number 17, Alex Bowes. So how you doing, Miss Hall?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy to be up here. Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem. We're going to go ahead with the second serve. That one's going to be mishandled and out of bounds by Kuntz. So a tough start to this first set. So I've heard that you were that you've been a volleyball coach yourself in the past.
I have. I currently coach the boys in the spring, and this will be my third season coming up. And I helped with JVB for 3 years prior to that. And, well, I've had a lot of volleyball experience prior to Northmont. But, yeah, most recently I get the opportunity to coach the varsity boys.
So were you coach from like inception here at Northmont? Because I know that boys volleyball hasn't been something that's been around very long.
They had a really successful club program early on. So no, not from the inception. There was a varsity team prior to me.
T-Bolts trailing here early. It's kind of started like this in set number one. They got their footing the deeper they got into it. But we've also seen a lot of change here so far tonight as we've seen a little less Jaden Johnson. We've seen a lot more Keziah Daniels. She's played really well here so far. Johnson gets it over. It's blocked, but the Aviators aren't able to handle it. T-Bolts strike back 3-2.
Yeah, Keziah's been in there quite a few times tonight. She's been on time and or early, and there's been a good pass behind her. And so that's what makes it an option for her to be up and swinging. Bree's doing a great job of getting the ball to her.
And we talk about Abels all the time, how talented she is. The little throw over that time, that was Guggenbiller who's going to be able to score that one for the Aviators. There's going to be a substitution now on the floor for them. There's a lot of experience here on this Northmont team, even though, they lost a lot of extremely talented players from last year. When you talk about, was it Lydia? I was going to say, I knew it was Bryden Ball. I was kind of blanking on the first name.
Yep.
But lost her and then a handful of other great players. But, there's a lot of depth here at this Northmont program. They've been able to fill in and, because your daughter's on the team, you kind of know a lot about that depth.
I do. There's 7 seniors that are playing and then 1 that's sitting and watching, and they've really come together as a group to make it a nice last year for themselves.
Roper handles that one, the throw over now there by, that was Kuntz. Quick strike there by Guggenbiller, and it's going to land at the feet of Jenna Hall. So you said something earlier about what you told her this morning at the breakfast table.
Play from floor defense. Play from the floor up. Everything starts with a pass and getting it to the setter in the right position so that they can have a 3-option swing on the front row.
Mom definitely knows what she's talking about. T-Bolts are going to be able to score that one. So what exactly happened right there?
A tip from Butler landed in the middle of the court. It went open over the block, and then the defenders didn't get to it.
So there we go.
Okay.
Mom's got some good color ability too. That one's going to skip off the top of the net. That was Hoff right there, Maddie Hoff.
Maddie Hoff, yep.
Someone else who we've also gotten to see get a fair amount more playing time here tonight is Riley Harwick. She got a lot of playing time last year, and then she didn't see the floor a ton early.
She had an early injury in one of the early matches, and so now she's back ready to be a real effort.
Gotcha. So Definitely like that coming back for the T-Bolt. She's a great player, like I just said. They're able to strike back within one.
That's good. Keep it on a roll. You've got the good serve.
Hoff with the serve. Neely up in the air now. Controlled by the Aviators. A soft tap. Good read there along the sideline by Roper.
Yep, she went all the way to the line. That's what we wanted to do to make sure that it's going to be out.
And how hard is that with your spatial awareness? Because I know as a player you want to go and get that, but you gotta have discipline.
Your teammates help you. They say in or out. Sometimes the crowd helps you. But knowing where you are is important to keep in mind.
There you go, and that one goes way out of bounds as Neely, the libero, was able to handle that one. Time out for the Aviators here early in set number one. The T-Bolts with the early lead.
The pace is faster for our side this time, and so if we can keep the momentum and keep going with those serves, and they'll have trouble recovering.
And that's something that's kind of something else that we've kind of learned over the season and a half that we've gotten to cover this team is there's a lot of athleticism between your daughter, Jaden Johnson, Faye Osborne. There's a bunch of different athletes out there. They're able to elevate, and they come down with a lot of power too. I don't want to be in the way of those serves.
You're right, you're right.
I mean, I don't know if she's ever actually done it, but I've made the call before that Jaden Johnson's going to send somebody to the hospital.
Well, we always hope that nobody gets hurt in sports, but it could happen if people aren't paying attention.
You got to think 70, 80 miles an hour coming off of that fist. She's got some power.
She does have some great power and great timing to get up there and do what she needs to do.
And then you told us that earlier that she's committed to play softball. So she's got power in the batter's box and she's got power on the floor.
She's a pitcher as well, so she's got phenomenal athletic abilities. I wish her the best.
There you go. Also get a little bit of an extra scouting report when we get the parents in here, because you guys know way more about all these kids than we do.
Well, they're seniors. We've known them for at least 4 years. So
Hoff a little strong that time. It goes out of play over the back line. 8-7. T-Bolt still lead. Back to serve now for the Aviators. Sophie Guggenbiller gets this one away. Need a little bit of better communication right there. Osborne is able to actually send it over, but a little too strong off the mark. Right there on the back line, you saw Roper and Hoff. They were both going for that one. I think you got to talk a little more.
You want more. You want them both going for it than nobody at all. But yeah, talking is key. Communication skills are necessary for playing in the back row.
Right there, they're kind of on top of each other again, but nice job by Roper to get out, or Hoff I think it was actually, to get out of the way. Let Roper handle that one. But the Aviators will score that one again.
This is where we need to make a change, get a good pass and get our hitters in action.
Guggenbiller with the serve. Roper, the setup now sent over. Hall diving for it, and there's nothing you can really do with that one. That one would have landed right inside the back line, so you got to keep it alive, and she took a really awkward angle at it. You just got to do what you can.
Right, you got to turn it back into the court so it lands so somebody else can get to it.
There you go, Guggenbiller again. Abel's keeping it going. Roper gets it over. The setup blocked, but it's still going to be able to get through the wall. Suture.
They got used. That's what you say. They got used.
They got used. Yeah. Okay.
Tooled.
So we're going to have a timeout. I believe it was the T-Bolts calling it this time, as we're kind of falling a little bit behind, 11-8. So quick timeout here on the floor. All right, Coach. So if you're in the timeout, what are you saying?
They got to get a good pass up to the setter, and they got to run their offense.
All right, so quick and simple. So Coach said, hey, you guys, I'm not putting too much in your head. We're not making you think about it too much. You guys know how to play the game. Just play the game.
Get
Come
out
on.
there and do it. Yeah, don't get in your heads too much because it makes it more difficult. But, you know, as simple as it can be, get a good pass and run your offense.
And when we talked about it earlier, you said set a good pass, get it to your setter, and then we've talked about the athleticism along the front lines with Osborne and Johnson and, well, your daughter Miss Jenna Hall, all three of them able to elevate and cause havoc.
And Bree can be an offensive weapon as well, Abels.
Yes, I talk about you think she's going to do a set, and then it's a little throw over, and she just gets the defense off guard. The setup there for Osborne. She goes soft this time instead of with the power. Soft tap now, and that's just unfortunate. The soft tap got the defense out of position. Roper kind of crashes towards the net, trying to help out, and then it left the back line of the defense open. Guggenbiller, that one
Nice.
just barely gets down inside.
It's a good serve. It's a
Great
good spot. Zone 1.
Great execution there by Guggenbiller. And as good as this T-Bolts team is, that was something that last year I felt like they were absolutely elite at. If it was going out of bounds, they weren't touching it. And if it was in bounds, they were all over it. I mean, they had like the entire court mapped out in their head. They knew exactly where the ball was going.
Right.
And it hasn't been quite as crisp this year.
Well, it all starts with the communication and trusting teammates and knowing, where the ball is, listening. And
trailing by 4, Hill is going to come back in. Blocked.
I believe it was touched the antenna, so it's our ball, Bolt's ball.
All right.
Good.
So, okay, I'm sure that happens all the time, and I'm always like, what just happened there?
Well,
I didn't notice it hit the antenna.
Yep.
There we go.
It's hard to see from this angle.
Hill with another serve. The Aviators get it set up. Roper controls it now. Jenna, it's deflected, but kept alive by the Aviators.
Go get it. Yep.
Flying towards it. The setup by Abels, blocked by number 9, Caldwell, but it will fall in the middle of the floor. Jenna Hall getting a score while her mom's in the press box. Back to a 2-point deficit. Hill serving from the floor. She likes to elevate a lot of the times, but this time she chooses to stay planted. Hall gets set up again. Handled by Neely. That one goes through the front line. Roper not quite quick enough to pull it up, and Dady is Addison Dady is able to score that time for the Aviators.
Got a good serve receive positioning here with Haley Hill and Maddie Hoff and Megan Roper. She'll get it. Yep. Oh.
Abels was able
Saved
to
that, yep.
keep that one alive. It would have gone into the net. Way too strong that time by Dady. It'll land in favor of the Bolts. Lead is back down to 2. Looks like Roper is setting up to serve. Now Roper gets it away, controlled by Dady. She's going to get it right back. Too strong yet again. This time she sends it off to the far side of the court. And Bolts now trailed by 1. And you can really see a huge difference so far here in this game versus the Beaver Creek game, because the Bolts played really hard, and a lot of people feel like they got an unfavorable call. Jenna Hall able to score that one right there off the foot of an Aviator. And it just felt like they didn't have any energy after set number 1. This time, first set goes a little, longer than normal, and they're able to come out here and respond. There's 100% a bounce back.
Yep. They're really responding with their serves and their passes this time, or this set.
Gotta love to see it. Extended volley this time. Abels diving to the floor, and Roper not quite quick enough that time. Love seeing the effort. Multiple bodies on each side flying around, hitting the hardwood. T-Bolts had tied it up for a moment. Back down by 1. Dysinger checks back in, and she will be serving for Butler. Get it off. That one's low at the feet of Hill. She doesn't get a good hit on it, and it is going to score for Butler.
A lot of times in this situation, you say next ball. Next ball is going to be a good pass.
Right, you can't. They talk about next play mentality all the time. That one, another one that's just so close, just barely lands in bounds. But yeah, like you said, can't think about what just happened. You gotta always be, you know, what's coming next. It's also kind of like just like in football, how they say, you know, you can't take your eye off the ball until you actually secure the catch, because then you're going to drop it. It's a similar mindset. Abels keeps that one alive after the good save by Roper. And Jenna Hall maybe having her best set of the season with you up here.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll have to see the stats. But she is making good swings. She's making good decisions.
And, you know, with how good she played last year, it just feels like she hasn't been quite as good so far this season. She's kind of missed an opportunity here or there. She's making every opportunity right now. We got to love to see it. And she's one of the main engines driving this T-Bolt team. And
yeah, she really has stepped up and made herself a role of, you know, being a captain and being a leader, and that's what we want to see in her senior year.
And is that something that's new? Was she not a captain last year?
I don't think so. No, that usually is reserved for seniors, and there were plenty of those to go around. But
that, yeah, for sure.
It's certainly time. This is it.
Gotta love seeing her stepping up, taking a bigger leadership role. Tied up again as we're coming a little bit closer to the end of set number 2. Handled there by Neely Dysinger, setting up her teammate. Blocked. She's able to keep it alive, but then good agility there by the official up there, kind of being Neo, getting out of the way of that ball.
Yeah. Never know. There could be another play on it.
All right. That's service handled and then into the net. I'm not sure if it just went into the net or if it was blocked by the front line.
It was blocked by the front line, but it went down the front of them, I think.
So gotta love the defense there.
They were set up. They just need to press over so that the ball comes down on the other side.
Yeah, so how far are you allowed to say? I mean,
well, how far? The
like
ball
you can't actually like go over, right?
No, the ball has to be in the plane. You're just ready to press back when it makes contact with you.
So it's like you can be even. Extended volley, Hall. Neely diving to the floor, not quick enough. The Bolts back on top.
When the ball's in the plane, you can make a play on it. You're just ready to deflect.
And there you see Jenna Hall gets Abels with the set, and then Hall delivers it right back to the middle of the floor. Neely made 2 really good plays that time. One of them she was able to save it. The second one not quite quick enough. Talking about not quite being quick enough that time. Jenna Hall got a hit on it there in the back line and got it to Roper. It was a tough play for both of them.
Yeah, it's that corner shot. That's what's kind of usually open in the defensive, systems.
Handled there by Roper. Hall setting up Kuntz.
Yeah.
Too strong. And that's a tough shot because I think Kuntz was ready to kind of load up towards the net. She instead had to hesitate and just go straight up.
Right.
It kind of, you're like, wait, how much power do I exactly have to put on this one?
They call that a broken play, and so when you have that situation happening, you want to try to keep it in play. Just keep it in bounds.
And there you go, another broken play.
Yep.
The wall is set up.
Good swing.
A great swing there on the outside. That was Guggenbiller who's able to score that one. And a really nice job because you saw, I think it was Johnson and maybe Osborne set up there along the front line. Both went up. They were in great position, and the Aviator player was able to, completely change her angle and found the open hole there defensively.
It does happen. It does happen.
And you can see the Aviator coach doing some coaching right there in the huddle, getting her team ready. I know I say the obvious thing sometimes, but this is Lindsay Seuss here in her 6th season. The Butler Aviators there in yellow. Coming out of the timeout. Aviators will be serving again. 4 points away. Having a chance to take set number 2. They're undefeated coming into this match here tonight. Abel's diving, able to keep it alive. Guggenbiller sends it to the other side of the floor. Nice hustle there by the Bolts, keeping it going. Kuntz, the soft tap, keeps it going again. Abel's with the great, or excuse me, Johnson with a great block. Thrown back towards the back line. The Aviators still keeping it alive. Hall, the setup there by Abel, soft tap by Johnson, and that time right there, you always expect for Jaden Johnson to come with the heat. She comes with the finesse this time and is able to score that one.
With a good tip right behind the block. That's a good spot.
And great play by Kuntz too. I mean, that one got blocked right back in her face. Great awareness, keeping it alive. Johnson now back behind the save line, or the serve line, keeping it alive, blocked out of bounds. Rosen is gonna be the one who scores that one for the Aviators. Back up 2. Here in set number 2. Back to serve, that is Dady. Controlled by Roper. Osborne, she was trying to go soft that time. It was blocked right back at her, or not exactly back at her, but back in her direction. Not quick enough to keep it alive. Roper controls the serve, up in the air. Kuntz, it's blocked. They're gonna say.
Number 2 was in the net.
Oh, okay, so you said was in the net?
Yeah, they called Butler in the net, number 2. So that's a point for the Bolts.
Gotcha. So like she touched the net, or
yeah.
she was okay? Okay,
Yeah, she touched the net.
I didn't see the net move, but
Well, that's that signal when they put their hand up.
oh,
the net.
and that's why you're here. I need to know that now I know. The save there, set up for Hoff, the push back over. Neely is able to handle that one for a moment.
Okay.
Guggenbiller, Hall along the back line, throw over there by Abels. Blocked right back at the attacker, Suture. It's gonna go off of her, and the T-Bolts back within 1. Trying to bounce back here in set number 2.
Back with a good server, Maddie Hoff. She ran a couple points last time she was up.
Looking to maybe run off a couple more. Neely controlling it over to Dady. Guggenbiller diving to the floor. It's Hoff. She dives again, not quite quick enough. And it's so hard when you're already on the floor to try and make a second attempt.
Right in the same spot on the floor. That's tough.
All the effort in the world there by Maddie Hoff, just not fast enough. Back to serve now, Guggenbiller, and she's done a really nice job from behind the line so far. Dive by Roper, and that is gonna do it. Not able to get control of that one. It goes out of bounds. It was a fun set number 2. Didn't end the way that we wanted to here on the NM Sports Network for the T-Bolts. It was a lot of fun. Great to talk with you over the last, 20, 30 minutes, Ms. Hall.
Yes. Thanks for
It was
having
a
me.
pleasure having you. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
So I think we're going to go ahead and take a break here on the NM Sports Network. We will be back for set number 3 here in just a couple of moments. Let's see you guys in a few.
Growing up, I kind of felt like it was a lot that I held in and couldn't express, so that's kind of where it generated from. But, now it's connected to the youth in so many different ways. Being a product of the city and having that competitive spirit, but sometimes it being overshadowed with envy and hate. And I want to be the one to break that cycle so that the light can shine on everybody. Seeing people rock with Express it definitely, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference, especially those of us in the Black community. We all got this competitive spirit. Seeing them represented, it's always a great feeling. And it's also an honor because it's like they see something in me that they relating to. It's so much more than just the game of basketball or, school or education. This is people's lives, you know what I'm saying?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in here on the NM Sports Network. I am Andy Horton, alongside Alex Patton, as we just had Miss
Hall.
Miss Ann Hall come up and spend set number 2 with us. It was a lot of fun. The T-Bolts didn't win like we were hoping, but they're looking to bounce back here in set number 3. We got a little bit of an audible going as in the first half, as in the first 3 sets, Haley Hill was our libero. Now here, Haley Hill was not our libero in the first 2 sets as we are used to seeing. Now she has taken those duties back over. She went back, put on the pink jersey, and she has taken over in that position now. Abels with the serve. The Aviators trying to control this one. It goes out of bounds, and hey, T-Bolt's off to a good start back behind the serve line. Abels will be doing it again. Kind of a do-it-all type player for the T-Bolts. Not afraid to put her body on the line. Plays hard. Neely controls that one. The tip over by Dady. Set up by Abels. Osborne way too much that time. It's going to fly out of bounds, and the Aviators will get on the board for the first time. Substitution now. Nora Stamen will check in the game. For Butler, and she is serving. Gets it over. Abels with the setup. Johnson is able to put that one down along the sideline. 3-1 T-Bolts. And like Miss Hall was talking about, get into your offense early. They did that time. Jenna Hall back to serve now. Gets that one and sends it into the net. A little off target that time. 3-2, Bolts lead. Another substitution for Butler, and that is Riley Ward, number 15. Is able to get it over. Kuntz saves it. It's going to be blocked. Johnson was the one who attacked. It's going to be tied up now, as Johnson was the last one to touch it and then deflects out of bounds. The serve now. Up in the air goes Hill. The throw there by Abels. It goes back into the net. Number 9, Caldwell, tried to save it, or tried to get it out of the net. Instead, the point falls for Northmont. Johnson serving now into the net. Doesn't get enough air under it, and it falls.
What a great interview. I mean, you did great. You did awesome.
Thanks, man. I'm not good doing interviews, so
No,
I was really trying right there.
We know.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you did great, dude. Miss Hall did amazing. She wanted us to give her some notes, and I was like, that was going to be great, but I don't even know what to ask.
Osborne just outside the line. That one was so close that time. Not able to land it.
But she gave us some really great tidbits and some information.
I'll tell you what, man. She sounds like she's been on the mic before. I mean, she didn't seem like someone who was timid or anything like that, and like, I mean, obviously she said that she's a coach and that her daughter plays this game, so she knows all about volleyball. But
Right.
But you know, she wasn't afraid to share the knowledge, which I was very thankful for.
Definitely, and we need more of that because we are novices.
The serve there by Dady, the setup by the Bolts. Harwick will score that one. It's deflected out of bounds.
This has the same type of, oh, I forgot to change the score. 6-5.
T-Bolts down by 1. That was Roper on the serve. It took me a minute to figure out who it was because she changed jerseys. This one, Harwick, is going to go into the net. 7-5. Aviators going to be serving again. Guggenbiller. Hill able to handle it. The setup by Abels and thrown over by Osborne. The hole right there in the middle of the defense. It's just taking a little too long for the T-Bolts to be able to close that. 8-5. Trailing by 3. Got to be able to fight back. You don't want to, you know, make this set be 25 or 24-24 and it's close the whole way. You really want to go on a run and get something going. Dady, now the powerful attack by Kraus. It's kept alive. Neely setting up her teammate. As Dysinger way too strong, it goes out of bounds. T-Bolts will pull within 2. 8-6. Substitution, and Harwick checks out. Hoff will come in.
You know, when plays are close and we look to see like which team is celebrating, we can never tell in girls volleyball because they're always celebrating either when they didn't get a point.
It feels like it. Hoff gets it over. A bad setup there by the Aviators. They're able to control it though. Abel's trying to get a piece of that one, but she jumped to try and get it when it went over her head the first time. The defense sent it quickly right back over, and she wasn't able to get back on top. She wasn't able to elevate quick enough to be able to save that one is what I meant to say. Hall coming in with bad intentions. Dady not ready for that one. She will be able to get it back within 2. 9-7. Haley Hill back in her libero jersey. Diving to the floor, saving it is Kraus. Set up by her teammate, and once again, the space there between the front and back lines. T-Bolt's not able to close in fast enough.
Don't you love that view? It's a really, Miss Hall was saying that's one of the best views that you could possibly get when it comes to volleyball because you're able to see everything. We've not happened to have that one much at all this year, and it's a great view to actually have when it comes to volleyball because you can see the mannerisms and the movement with every player and how they're on a string and move along. And Make It Johnson elevates that time and scores. And yeah, that's a fantastic view as you saw the setup and Johnson. I mean, you kind of it's almost like seeing the ball come out of a pitcher's hand. You get to see exactly where it's going. Abels with the serve. Bad communication by the Aviators as Kraus and Neely both go for that ball. And it's back within 1 for Northmont. See here on the NM Sports replay. Better communication. The Aviators run into each other. The set cross court. Osborne goes and meets her at the apex. Beautiful job by Faye Osborne. Addison Dady was trying to kill it. And Faye said, hang on now. Coming right back at you. It's 10-10. Scoreboard says 10-9. It's 10-10.
The dig out there. Hill controlling it. Osborne gets it over now. And the T-Bolts score again. Make it 11-10.
Yeah, I forgot to add that point there. It's done manually since the second set because the machine we had went out.
You know, sometimes technology can be fickle, but the T-Bolts, they're fighting back here tonight. Maybe it's a power surge. Maybe that's why things are acting weird here right now. The T-Bolts just lit a fire. 12-10. They lead now with a 2-point lead.
I like 12-2 better.
Hey, maybe they can go on a 12-2 run. Maybe we can speak it into existence. Abel still back behind the serve line. Tip over there by Kraus. They're going to say she goes underneath the net. That's a point for Northmont.
The Lady T-Bolts that we have known for the past year and a half.
So they are surging. Abels serving again. Neely goes down to one knee. The backwards throw over. Hall quickly gets it back over. Then it was Hopel. Controlled there by Hoff. Sent. It was a broken play to Johnson. Hopel gets it over again. Dady keeps it alive. Diving Osborne, high up in the air by Hill. Excuse me, high up in the air by Hall. It was saved by Hopel. I thought the play was dead.
Don't know how that got saved, but oh my goodness. What an effort by the Aviators. Unfortunately, unable to actually let that one land. And it's all right. Yep, didn't have it. That's on us.
We missed the replay that time. I was going to go and find it. Yeah, the Aviators, a fantastic effort to keep that one alive. But I said fantastic effort by the Aviators. Fantastic effort by both sides, as both of them were jumping up, flying all over the court. Here's some stats on the season coming in. This is per set.
Yep.
So
yep.
Just over 9 kills per set so far on the season for the T-Bolts. You see the Aviators lead in that area by 1.8 at 10.8 overall. Then 13.5 digs for your T-Bolts to 15.58 for the Aviators. They're leading there a little bit too. Aces, they're also acing a couple more times. At just under 1 more ace per game. And then the passing average, that's a stat I'm not 100% sure.
Miss on the board, though. It's on the actual thing. We actually have no idea what's going on with that, but it's a good stat to put up there.
And the Aviators lead in that one as well. Mishandled there by Johnson. The wall not strong enough that time. Riley Ward, number 15, scores it for the Aviators. They are back within 3. 14-11.
Waiting for both of these to go away.
The set there by Abels. Osborne finds the back corner.
On the line, my goodness.
Love seeing that out of Faye Osborne. She's been a little quiet here tonight. That time she's jumping out of the gym. Hall back to serve. Neely going to the knee. She's not able to dig it out good enough. Hopel diving.
It was one of those aces that you were just talking about on the stat brought to you by Express It.
And the score for Hall. Neely now. Hopel. Or Holeup, I'm sorry. Hall going way back. Hill takes a valiant swing, but I mean, that one was 50, 60 feet away from the net, and there's not much you can do with that one. The T-Bolts up by 4 right now, 16-12.
Oh, you already did it. Sorry.
Actually, I didn't. I think you might have done it early. Johnson with the attack. It's deflected and kept alive. Holeup. Absorbed by Hall, and a miscommunication between, I think it was Harwick and Abels. Neither one knew who was going to come in and try to set up Johnson.
Absolutely cannot have that happen. It's better than both of you go for it than no. None of you.
Exactly what Miss Hall said, or Mrs. Hall. Is it? I'm assuming. Yeah, it's got to be Mrs. Hall.
Yes.
I've been saying Miss Hall. My apologies. Kuntz on the attack, or Harwick. It's going to be off the net. May have been blocked. But regardless, the point goes to Butler.
What Northmont can't do right now is let that get away. They were up 16-11. It's now 16-14. In this third set, they have to close this third set out like you were talking about. Go on a run.
Riley Ward serving. Abels with the setup. Hill is actually going to be able to find the soft spot in the defense. Maybe a little lucky there. It looked like a broken play. She didn't know what she wanted to do that time, and it kind of caught the defense off guard. Found the hole in the middle. Johnson on the serve to the back line, set up by Holeup. Blocked with authority by L. Gilmore. Excuse me, that was from last year. My apologies. Faye Osborne. We're going to try to get a quick look at it here on the NM Sports Network instant replay. Rejected right back at her. 18-14. Johnson helping the Bolts go back on a little bit of a run. Gets it back over was Dady. That's Addison Dady. Blocked. Kuhn, somehow that's kept alive, maybe by Hall or Daniels, I don't know, but it goes high up in the air. T-Bolts get it over. Dysinger blocked. Excuse me, that was not Dysinger, still alive. Johnson with the pushover. Beautiful hustle by both ends. The pushover there by Guggenbiller. Hall setting up Osborne. Tipped up in the air. Neely. Guggenbiller blocked again. The easy pushover. The double tap there by Daniels. There's not much that she could do there. It was hit back at her with a lot of authority. And it bounced like off of her hands and then somehow off of the back of her elbow, it looked like to me. Great effort on both sides by both teams.
Heck of a rally, but those are ones like we were talking about last year that you have to capitalize on.
Well, and they're momentum killers or momentum continuers for either side. Guggenbiller. Abel's setting up. Osborne controlling. Dady keeping it alive, but they're not going to be able to do anything with it. Nora Stamen diving to the floor, got a hit on it. Still falls for the T-Bolts. You see here on the NM Sports Network, controlled. Great job there by, that was Emma Dady, to just keep it alive, but there was no one along the back line to do anything with it after that. Guggenbiller. Abels, the soft tap by Daniels. I think she mistimed her jump. Now Guggenbiller, Roper, Abels, Kuntz. It's going over, and another extended rally up high in the air. Roper keeping it alive. Kuntz. And you gotta love seeing Hill over there kind of playing quarterback, telling, hey, this is your hit. Abels sent back over. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Neely, Dysinger, Hall keeps it going, pushed over by Abels, diving to the floor, going out of bounds, off the Jumbotron, and finally that one comes to an, I mean, that was a whole minute of a rally. That was ridiculous. I think everyone's gassed after that. I'm surprised there's no timeouts. And I just talked about how those are either rally killers or excuse me, momentum killers or rally starters. As Kuntz able to find the hole in the defense, 21-15, your T-Bolts leading by 6. Because when you win a point like that, all the hustle, all the effort that you just put out, you know, you get the validation for it. Your mood goes up. When you lose a point like that, it hurts because you just put out all what exactly I just said, all that effort, all that hustle, and you come away with nothing. Man, oh man, the effort both ways.
If you visit this place, however, you will not come away with anything. Go visit Code Credit Union, one of the best credit unions in the country. This happens to be in your backyard. Call 937-222-8971. Code Credit Union, one good reason after another.
Oh my goodness, thank you for giving us an ad read, Alex, as I needed a moment to catch my breath. That was exciting.
Definitely exhilarating. Definitely, like you said, entertaining. And more importantly, it happened to the good guys.
Megan Roper back to start us off after the timeout. Neely controlling it. Dady to the front line. Guggenbiller. And I just heard Haley Hill say it hit the antenna. The officials do not agree. The line judge
said it hit it.
Said it hit the antenna.
But obviously,
the officials,
they don't want to.
I don't know.
We're either way, Northmont's 4 points away and have to capitalize. If they're going to let that 1 point deter them from getting this set, got bigger issues. Here we go.
Leading by 5, Roper to Daniels. It's blocked by, that was Caldwell, but it comes down for the T-Bolts. Trying to put a rally together, 3 points away from taking set number 3. Hoff checks back into set. Kuntz will take a seat. Hoff. I said into set, into serve. The diving Hill. Roper a little out of position. She swings at the ball and misses. Back to a 5-point lead. 22-17. Neely, the libero for Butler, serves it away. Hoff sets it up. Hill keeps it alive. Daniels out of bounds. Off target that time. And you can tell that both teams want this one. The effort levels have spiked. Hoff, Abels, Hill, off of someone in the front line. I don't know who, but it's a Northmont point.
Yeah, that was Hall.
I said Hoff. I'm
You
sorry.
You said Hill. No, there's
Oh.
Hill, Hoff.
There's too many H's.
Hill, Hoff, Hall. And that kind of goes. The H trio.
So Haley Hill back to serve. Saved for a moment by Roper, but it goes into the stands. Can't really get away from that 4 or 5 point lead. But you just got to win by 2. That's all that matters at the end of the day. As Northmont trying to force a set number 4. Holeup serving, controlled. Push over by Johnson, finds the hole in the defense, scores it for the Bolts. Set point. Roper comes out, Osborne comes in. Abel serves again, high up in the air goes Neely. Holeup over to Dady. Controlled Hill. Setting up Hall, too strong and falls outside the back line. A couple of substitutions now for Butler as they're trying to make a comeback, trying to win this one 3-0. All 3 sets been very competitive, back and forth. Hall sets up Johnson. Johnson, she got blocked. She's able to control it though and get it back over. Holeup, come in. Dady got it back over. Another set for, that was Abels, and the kill by Osborne. The T-Bolts come out on top in set number 3. 25-20. Trying to get back in the win column, and they get to fight for at least one more set here tonight.
It's huge that they didn't give up. It's absolutely the moment. You can't stress it enough. The fact that they could have laid an egg, and they could have just been like, you know what? It is 7:58. Trying to go home. These ladies, these young ladies, the stick-to-itiveness in them, when they think that they probably could have had one of the 2 sets before, did not let the Aviators grab the 3rd. And if they can somehow grab this set, it's anybody's game for the 5th.
Well, and something that Mrs. Hall and I talked about earlier was the fact that, there's a lot of seniors on this team. Haley Hill, senior. Sam Ruddle, senior. Riley Harwick, senior. Brianna Abels, Jaden Johnson, senior. Her daughter, Jenna. Keziah Daniels, seniors, right? There's a lot of experience on this team, and they're running out of organized volleyball that they're going to get to play. And it being a senior year, I'm sure a handful of these girls will go and play at the next level, whether it's it's D1, D2, some community college, all sorts of opportunities for them to play at the next level. But there's only so much more chances that you get to do that. And your senior year of high school, all your friends that you've been growing up with for your whole life.
I mean, me and you are old as hell, but I mean, back to when we were in high school, I mean, it's what when you play a sport, it's half of it is half of the sadness and reason why you'll never be able to do it again. The realization is just It's not the actual game itself, because you could play pickup basketball, you could do whatever, you could play the sport after you're done. It's the people that you are with, knowing that most of you guys are going to go your separate ways in life, and this is something that you always have something to talk about, because not playing a sport, you're going to have that regret. Most people have the regret of not actually playing the sport. It's the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And for high school, all you got to do is stick with it. These girls have stuck with it. The year before, they did not do so hot. They were not the greatest. Last year, they turned it on, and I think they went like 14-6 last year or something like that, and just absolutely impressed everyone to the point where we expected big things this year from this group, and it's hasn't been that disappointing because they've been playing some talented teams. But like we said before, last year they did well, and then they ran up against the state champs in St. Ursula. So it's all about what draw you get when you get there. So if you're not going to win the GWAC, if you're not going to win it all, the next step for you is to get to the championship, state championship. I believe that, what is that, like November-ish? Or no, October? Something like that.
Sometime down the line. I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of experience. I think that's one of the main things we were just talking about. There's a lot of experience for this Northmont Thunderbolt team. And we'll be very interested to see how they're able to put things together.
Yeah, we got like a bunch of people that play, bunch of ladies here that play different sports. You know, you got Jenna Hall, we just talked about. She's a 3-sport athlete, obviously volleyball right here playing, and then basketball, we see her all the time. The one thing that we don't really focus on and won't really do is track meets. She's a star track athlete in that. So these ladies are playing different sports and getting it done, and Jaden Johnson going to, I think, what did
she said Georgia State, but she also said she wasn't 100% sure on that one.
Well, she's got a ride that is scholarship-based.
Yes. And
she'll get to play softball
at the next level
for free. So that just means wherever she's going, that's her best sport, softball. And you know what which is pretty wild. Exactly, because we didn't know anything about softball until just like last week or 2 weeks ago, and we thought this was her sport. We thought volleyball was her sport because of how she is and what she does on it.
So coming out of the set break, we're coming back at it. T-Bolt's trying to start things off on the right foot, and they do. They will put the first score on the board. 1-0. That was Katherine Rawson, the last Aviator to touch it. Up in the air, Dysinger. The back tap by Abels. Osborne, the soft tap into the middle of the floor, and a great job scoring that one. I was watching a video earlier trying to learn some new volleyball terms, and I heard someone call the hole in the middle, call it the campfire, because everyone turns around and it looks like they're gathering around the campfire. It's right there, the T-Bolts.
Oh, how did they give? Was it a push?
They called a double tap, okay. I believe. I saw him put the two fingers up in the air. So trying to tie it up. The Aviators serving. Osborne coming in, flying in, keeping it alive. Abel setting up Johnson, blocked right back at her. Osborne keeping it going. They're going to call a 4-hit against the Bolts. I guess they're going to say it went off the net and wasn't a block by the Aviators. So now Butler will be serving, tied up at 2. Stammen in to serve. Osborne gets it over. The setup by Dysinger, blocked by the wall of Northmont. The set, now Kuntz gets it over. Dysinger setting it up again. Blocked right back to the Aviators. Neely up in the air now. Hall to the back line. Kept alive, Stammen. Hill to the knee with the dig. Kuntz falling out of bounds.
Yep, that's where they're going to get her, because I think she hit the padding. And
Russo's kind of ran into the stanchion attached to the net.
Right.
Aviators back on top by 1. A lot of hustle there that time. The setup blocked by Johnson.
That should be 4 hits.
That was a fantastic job
No?
by the Aviators. No, it was everything was fair game. Neely keeps it alive after Dysinger controls things. The soft tap by Guggenbiller is not gonna be good enough. Substitution now as the T-Bolts tie it back up. Guggenbiller, she just didn't put enough on that one. The serve by Hoff off the mark. It will land near the Aviator bench. Abels the set. Johnson with authority at the feet of Dysinger. And T-Bolts score. Tied back up at 4. And Johnson is serving. Alex always likes to talk about how she likes to serve from way downtown. Gets it over, up in the air by Guggenbiller. T-Bolts trying to get it back over. That right there was Osborne, up in the air by Guggenbiller. She's going to be able to score it that time. 5-4 Aviators. Hill, after a quick little break, will check back in for Northmont. And Dady is going to sub in for Butler. She will be serving now. Emma Dady, that is. Hill controls it. The set by Abels. Soft tap by Hall. Diving, they're going to say it hits. Not 100% sure what the call was, but the point goes to Northmont. Maybe they just said it hit the floor before it was saved. But 5-5, we're even up again. Roper serving. Up in the air by Guggenbiller. Caldwell with the block, I think. No, that was Dady. Now Dady. Guggenbiller over top of the wall. Daniels, I think she mistimed her jump a little bit. Five, 6, the Aviators leading. Roper not able to control that one, and it goes out of bounds. Butler leads by 2. Back to serve now is Guggenbiller. Hill digs it out. Abels right back to Hill. Guggenbiller, Dady. Setting it up, Guggenbiller now, keeping it alive. Soft tap by Daniels, Neely up in the air. Guggenbiller deflected, and it's gonna go out of bounds off of Northmont. Addison Dady that time. 8-5 is the score. Guggenbiller now up in the air. Hall trying to score, it's blocked. And it's going to go right back over the net and come down for the Aviators. T-Bolts are going to call a quick timeout. It's now down 9-5 here on the NM Sports Network. Kind of struggling to get the motor going again here in set number 4. We're going to go ahead and do a quick ad where we talk about the TAT again. If you guys have ever watched the TBT, it's a lot like that, but the alumni tournament is based off of the high school that you went to the college that you went to. It's an Ohio tournament. It's based here in Ohio, 8 regions, 64 teams all across Ohio. There will be more information about that as we continue throughout the season. It's August 2026 is when all that is going to be happening. And if you and a couple of buddies that you went to high school with think that you guys are good enough to throw your hat in the ring, trying to win $50K, playing some hoops. Guys, go ahead and maybe try to sign up for the TAT next year. Coming out of the timeout, the Aviators were serving. Hall is able to soft tap that one and find the open hole there in the defense. She will be serving now. T-Balt's back within 3. And a Hall into the net that time, just off the mark, not enough power. Got to be able to dial that in. And 6. Ward serving. Daniels gets it over the front line. Bad communication by the Aviators. That one nearly went into their bench. They're able to save it, but then they got it back towards the middle of the floor and there was no one there to get it over for them. Hill back to serve. Northmont trailing by 3. The setup there by Dady goes to Bose. Johnson, she blocks it, but it's gonna fall in at her feet. 11-7. Northmont down 4. Dysinger back to serve. Hill, this one goes up in the air. Abels, the soft tap by Johnson. He's gonna get this one over. Powerful attack that time. They're gonna say that Johnson, her foot was on the line underneath the net, I believe. So that point goes. So that one goes to the Aviators. And yes, my guess was accurate as her foot was on the line there under the net. The throw over by Abels nearly caught the defense off guard. They were setting up for her to set it like she does now. Kuntz off target. It's going to be caught by the Butler coach. 13-7. Dysinger serving now. Hill absorbs that one. Abels sets it up to Kuntz. Looked like that was a broken play, as I thought Johnson, it was going to her. Kuntz able to keep that one alive. She falls to the floor. Johnson not quick enough. That one falls at their feet.
Slowly creeping away from the bolts as.
And you know, that's really hard when the ball gets blocked right back at you. You're trying to keep it alive, and then you got teammates that kind of got to dive on top of you to get another attempt at the ball high up into the air off of the Johnson attack. Mick keeps it alive for the Aviators. Too strong by Kuntz. She is struggling here tonight.
I thought coach was going to call a timeout.
15-7. The Aviators go on a run. Dysinger serving again. JV squad trying to give some encouragement to their varsity squad, and Kuntz is able to score that one, I believe. Yes, got the T-Balls back in the scoring column. 15-8. Geraldine here in set number 4. Abels. Neely controls it. Up in the air to Dady, too strong, and it goes out of bounds.
Great idea, great decision by Jenna Hall to watch that fly over her head behind her. And then she's going to go get the ball because it went to Southeast Asia.
Rolls underneath the stands. Took Abels a minute to go and retrieve it, but here we are. The deficit is 6. Served there by Abels. Dysinger, a nice little throw over. Thought it was going to be a set, but instead, in comes Hill, setting up her teammate. Kuntz got it over. Dady up in the air. Abels sets it up. Man, I have no clue. There, maybe that was a palming.
We need Mrs. Hall.
That might have been a palming, as I think I saw one of the officials go open hand up in the air.
Okay. Well, then we'll go with what you said. Because I'm clueless on that. I was just watching the play. And then we heard the whistle.
Yeah, I think that might have been a hit with 2 hands. The setup, Johnson. Abels keeps it going. Hill is going to save that one and throw it over quickly. Dysinger blocked by Johnson. It lands on the line, and just a bad, unfortunate bounce for Northmont, 17-9.
Right now, Northmont's got to get their stuff together right now. Coach Leidenball calls a timeout here.
And the Butler Aviators looking to go 8-0 on the season in their first out-of-conference play here in 2025. They're 7 games in and haven't played any out-of-conference volleyball. Just a weird setup to the schedule, but it has been successful for Butler. Got off on the right track, dominating their conference here in the early going, and well, they look, normally you kind of do out-of-conference to tune yourself up for the in-conference. They've taken the opposite approach. They went in conference to tune themselves up for out of conference.
Probably because
this tough G-Walk team.
Right.
And they're taking care of business right now.
Well, the division that they're in, the conference that they're in, is not as tough as the conference that Northmont is in basically almost any sport.
A serve now for the Aviators. Johnson goes high up in the air to send it over. Hill scoops it up. Osborne, it's deflected, goes out of bounds.
Well, I thought it got tipped. So is that not, if it gets tipped?
No, it took him a minute to add it. The point does go to the T-Bulls.
Oh, okay, because he literally pointed that the other way.
And then he decided to change his mind.
Got him.
This one is alive. Guggenbiller, Abels, Hall trying to come in. This one goes off the net, the setup. Now the tap. What? They just called 4 hits when that ball was on the Northmont side the whole time? I guess I don't care. Because it means the T-Bolts draw closer. Make it.
No, it's not. That's against us.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
It's one of those times where you get fooled because it looked like Northmont was celebrating.
Right, because they thought it was for them as well, and they looked so confused.
Neely, the setup. I think that was Caldwell who dug it out. It was Ward. Neely with the throw-over now. Hoff. Abel's blocked right back at Johnson. Hill is able to get out of the way. A lot of action right at the end. Neely keeps it going. Abels digs it up, pushed over.
Got to be able to use more power on that one.
Finally, the Aviators will be able to score that one. 19-10 is the lead. And that's one of those times you lose a big point like that, and it can really pay major dividends for the opponent. It gets blocked right back at Johnson. They're going to call a 4-hit. And she hit it, and then a couple of her teammates try to send it over. There was a lot of action right there in quick succession. Neely serving, controlled by Abels. Excuse me, that was Johnson. Hill kept it alive, and it was thrown over by Abels. The setup by Dysinger is blocked. Ward on the attack. It's going to fall in. A block kind of missed that time. Falls on the Northmont side, 21-10. Neely serving, controlled by Hill. One 21-11. Northmont gets a point back. Haley Hill will check out. Johnson checks in. Now serving. Dysinger. Setting up her teammate. It will be blocked, but it falls in on the Northmont side, just not getting quite close enough to that net. Catherine Rawson is going to score that one, number 13. Now she will be subbed out. Emma Dady will step in for her. Hoff, Abel setting it up. Hall way too strong that time, 23-11. 2 points away from taking set number 4. Finishing off the Thunderbolts inside the Thunderdome here tonight. Dady. Hoff up in the air. Abel sets it up for Osborne. Too strong over the back line. Maybe a 1.5 feet outside. 24-11 set point. It all comes down to this.
Yep.
T-Bolt's got to dig deep if they're going to try and mount some sort of a comeback. Dady, a great server from behind the line. Abel's the setup. Hall finds the hole there and gets Northmont one back. They're still down 12. Lost set 1, 27-25. Lost set 2, 25-22. Won set 3, 25-20. Trying to come back here in set 4. Blocked again. Neely gets it up in the air. Dady, the soft pushover by the Aviators. Hall puts this one off the net. It bounces and gets all the way to the far side of the floor. Northmont scores again, 24-13. Roper serving. Neely controls it. Dady with the serve. Biller. It was controlled by Hoff. Hall now gets it over. Dady digs it out. Sent over again now by the Aviators. Abels. Hall. It's deflected. Neely. Dady. Biller. It's going to be blocked by Daniels, I believe, but she doesn't get a good enough piece of it. 25-13. Your Thunderbolts fall in set number 4. Lose this match 3-1 overall. It's been a tough little stretch for our Northmont Lady Bolts as they started off the season 3-0, and they are just 1-4. 1-5 actually since. So hit a little bit of a rough patch. Played most of the best teams in the G-Walk and a lot of the best teams here, just here in the Dayton area, period, to start off conference play and the season. So hopefully these Lady Bolts can maybe get back on the right track tomorrow night.
Right, and that's exactly what I was about to say. Tomorrow, right here on the NM Sports Network, these ladies will be right back in action right here, 6:30. Around that time, the Firebirds come into town. People from your neck of the woods coming into town.
Yeah.
To they got to try to get back on track here, and what better way than get a G-Walk victory.
That is for sure. It's one of my favorite games of the year. That's a little bit of a joke. I don't mind doing the game, but Thunderbolts and Firebirds, it always
never disappoints.
Ties up my tongue. So hopefully I am not messing that up too much, but we will see you guys tomorrow night for that here inside the Thunderdome. 6:45?
6:30 tomorrow. Today was supposed to be 6:45, but the JV game went by fast. So they had to actually extend the warm-up just a little bit and not start the 20-minute clock for a little bit. But we still started earlier than expected. And honestly, we were expecting a long game. Unfortunately for the Bolts, they came up just a little bit short. They can try again tomorrow night.
So, all right, that's going to do it here on the NM Sports Network for Andy Horton and Alex Patton. That's going to be all, folks.